Hey, what is going on everybody? I'm Riz and you're watching the YouTube guide. Okay, so today we're comparing a $1,100 iPhone 12 Pro Max and a 10 years old DSLR camera from Canon that cost just about $80 for the body, and the lens you can put on any lens you like. But to make this comparison fair for the camera and for both of these devices, to be honest, we're gonna use the 50mm and the kit lens that comes with the camera. So if you want to buy this camera with kit lens, that should cost about $100. But if you want to buy this with 50mm, it should cost about $150-ish. So let's just dive right into the comparison. All right, so the first things first. Before we jump right in, I wanted to tell you something, that this comparison is specifically for someone who is looking for a camera for YouTube videos, for vlogging, or any kind of a filmmaking. Now, of course, you can use it for photos. I'll show you the comparison between the iPhone and the camera for photos as well. But if you want to start YouTube channel and you don't have a lot of budget to start with, this is a great camera to go with. So I also have a video where you can watch it here. I'll show you where I'm specifically telling you about this $80 camera that is perfect. Are you looking at right now? You're watching it right now. I'm not using my iPhone to record this video. I'm recording the camera that costs about $80 and you're watching it right now. So, all right, let's dive into the comparison. It's gonna be really, really awesome. I'm gonna show you the video test, the photo test, the vlogging test, and you can, with the multiple lenses, the stabilization, how's the camera performing under low light, how is it in sunlight, you know, the basics of basically everything you need to know in order to be an awesome filmmaker without having to pay a lot of bucks for it. So let's dive in. Okay, so for the first test, we're gonna be using it for the pictures. I'll also have the video section as well, so you can skip it to the video. Now, for the photos, I have taken 3 photos from this camera because I have EOS HD and a custom C-Log and a standard profile that comes with the camera. So if you want to learn more about these custom C-Log profiles to get the most out of your camera, you can just comment down below. I'll make an awesome video about that too. But for this example, I'll show you all 3 and then I'll color grade it, just, you know, applying some presets and show you how it really works. Okay, so these 3 photos that you're seeing are taken on a Canon. This is the standard profile. This is the EOS HD. This is like a kind of like a C-Log. And this is also a custom profile that looks like a C-Log. All right, so now time to put some presets on, make sure, you know, make it look awesome, make it look pop. So these are some of the presets that I applied to, and they look nice, right? Now let's jump to the iPhone. Now, there's no way you're gonna get the C-Log or iPhone log if you want to talk about it on the iPhone, but iPhone takes quite good pictures, and iPhone has 3 lenses behind it. So you have the wide angle lens, you have the portrait, or, you know, the zoomed in lens, and then you have the medium section lens. So yeah, you have some options, of course, but you don't get the C-Log that you get in a DSLR camera. Now, comparing the picture quality standard, of course, I haven't seen it on computers. So if you have any suggestions, or if you like any of the photos that I'm comparing right now, you can just comment down below and let me know what do you think about these photos. But so if you're comparing specifically the bokeh or the blur that you see behind the photo, I would definitely crown the DSLR on this one, because it has it has a big sensor, and not to mention the 50mm on it. It just makes everything creamy awesome. So yeah, I mean, sure, you can get a lot of blurry background using the iPhone, but not as good as the DSLR can produce, even especially if you're recording videos. So you're watching it right now, video that I'm recording, it's on this $80 camera and a lens that costs about $50 if you're looking in the used market. And just tell me, what do you think about it? By the way, I'm recording it on the C-Log right now. It's not exactly a C-Log because this camera doesn't exactly support C-Log, but I made a custom C-Log for it. And so what do you think? So it does have a recording limit, of course, and if you want this for vlogging, it's a great camera. I'll show you an example on the kit lens, because this 50mm doesn't have stabilization, so it isn't really good for vlogging. So if you're looking for a cheap camera for vlogging, I would highly recommend using the Canon T3i or Canon 600D with the kit lens and just a cheap microphone. By the way, if you're in the market for the cheap microphone, you can watch my video on this. You can watch my video on the BoyEye BY-MM1. That's a shotgun microphone that's really cheap and produce pretty good audio if you were really interested in vlogging. Okay, so you get a flippy screen. Of course, you won't be getting the 4K as compared to the iPhone footage, but you are getting a full flippy screen, not to mention a lot of good bokeh, even with the kit lens, as you can see in this footage. So, and if you're using the internal microphone on the camera, I would recommend using a external microphone, because the microphone on this camera isn't really good. So, hey, what is going on, everybody? I'm Riz, and you're watching YouTube Good. So that iPhone really takes it there. But if you're comparing the quality of the image that you're producing from this camera, it's just unbelievable. There's no way if I show this footage to somebody who has no idea about the cameras and just ask him how much do you think this camera would cost me, and there's no way that person is gonna say it's cost about $100. So yeah, and I honestly, this isn't exactly a comparison to to show you how everything works and what you should get. So I mean, you are comparing $1,100 to $150, so it's not exactly a fair comparison when you think about it. So just think about what you really need and just go for it. So if you're looking for a camera that works for YouTube as well as for the photos, for the vlogging, I would highly recommend, if you really don't want to push it to $1,000 budget. So if you have $1,000 budget, I would recommend getting Sony a6400, because it has autofocus. This doesn't have autofocus. You have to press the button every time you want to record yourself, or you just want to make sure you're in focus. You have to press the button every time. But if you have $1,000 budget for the camera, I would recommend getting a 6400. But if you don't have that much budget, you can always get this camera with the nice lens. And I just told you before, 100 for the kit lens and the body, and 50 for the 50mm that you're watching right now. Pretty cool, right? And you can just get the microphone. By the way, I'm also using this cheap microphone. So if you want to make your audio pop, just let me know in the comment section below. I'll teach you how to edit that audio to perfection, right? The one you're listening to right now. So this is it for me. I'm Riz. I hope you like this video. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.